Alrighty, friends, let's make a key here. I will, of course, name mine Mrs. Key. Solve the system of linear equations by substitution. So substitution means plug something in. So you put negative 5x. I see I have a y here and a y here. I'm going to replace the y, just the y. So 5x plus 14 equals 6. So I got rid of the y in this equation, replaced it with what it was equal to in that equation. I'm going to think of this as being a negative 1 right there. So let's go ahead and distribute, and we'll get negative 5x, and then pew, negative 5x, and pew, negative 14. My pew sounded sad, I'm sorry. Now combine like terms, and negative 5x and negative 5x is negative 10x minus 14 equals 6. And then add 14 to both sides, so negative 10x is 20. Divide by negative 10, and you get x is negative 2. You're not done, you're not done, you're not done. You need to find y. So plug that negative 2 back in. 5 times negative 2 plus 14. Where am I plugging that in? Right up there. 5 times negative 2 is negative 10, plus 14 is 4. So the point, negative 2, 4, is your solution. All right, now we got some words here. Mr. Butterworth needs to paint part of his house and wants to hire someone to do it. Whitney will charge, I should say charge, I wrote change, I'm sorry, $90 for the paint and then $40 per hour. Write an expression for the cost of hiring Whitney using H to represent the number of hours it takes to paint. So Whitney's going to cost $90 no matter how long it takes, plus 40 times H. It says write an expression. I could write C equals. That's the cost. Francesca will charge $120 for the paint, and then $35 per hour. Write an equation for the cost of hiring hers. So I wrote expression and then equation. That was silly of me, but you could write that like that. You could write it like that. How long would both painters have to paint in order for the charge to Mr. Butterworth? In order to charge Mr. Butterworth the same amount. So you'd write 90 plus 40H. So this is substitution. We're just replacing these. Equals 120 plus 35H. I'm going to subtract 35H from both sides. And then I'm going to subtract 90 from both sides. That's an X, not an H. Silly pants. Equals 30. And then I'm going to divide by 5. And H is 6. So after 6 hours, it would be the same price. At that point, the bill would be, so I could plug it into either one. So 90 plus 40 times 6, that would be 240. And then plus 90 would be $330. And that's all we're asked. You could then discuss, okay, if it went more than 6 hours, which would be better? And if I went less than 6 hours, which would be better? That's an interesting thing to think about. So feel free to ponder that now. Now we're going to do things by elimination. So elimination, I want to have the same number in front of the variables. I'm going to leave the first equation as negative 10x plus 7y equals negative 12. The reason I'm leaving that is because I see this second equation. I can turn 2 into 10 by multiplying by negative 5. Why did I pick negative 5? Because a negative times a negative is a positive, and then I have opposites. So I'm distributing this in, pew, pew, so that would be plus 15y, and then pew, and that would be negative 120. Now I combine like terms. So that's going to be 22y, because this will be 0x, and then 22y equals negative 132. And then you go ahead and divide by 22. That's going to be 12. Divide by 22. Negative, what did I say? 12? No, that's not. It's 6. 120, yes. Negative 6. We're not done. We got to find what x is. So I'm going to pick that bottom equation that I started with. Negative 2x minus 3 times negative 6 equals 24. So negative 2x plus 18 equals 24. Negative 2x equals 24 minus 18 is 6, and then x equals -3. So my point is -3, -6. Sorry, I ran out of room there. On the next one, I have an 8 and a 7 and a 9 and an 8. Those are both difficult to make into the same number, so I'm going to go ahead and multiply both equations. I'm going to multiply this one by 7 and this one by 8. So that's going to give me -56x, distribute this in, plus 63y equals 49. And then do the same idea with the next equation. Multiply the 8 in, 8 times 7 is 56, so I have opposites right there, so that's exciting. -64y, ooh, that's exciting. And then -56. The reason I said both those are exciting is because those cancel out, that's 0. This becomes -1y, and then -7, so y is 7. Plug back in, it doesn't matter which equation I pick, I'll pick the bottom one. 7x minus 8 times 7 equals -7. A lot of 7s there. So then we're going to have 7x minus 56 equals -7. Add 56 to both sides, and we're going to get 49. So 7x is 49. And divide by 7, and we get x is 7. So the point is 7, 7. If you plug it into both, you'd get the same, you get it to work in both. I hope that was helpful. If you have questions, make sure you ask.